Hi everybody, so Panasonic just announced the LUMIX S9. This is basically an S5 Mark II mini version, if you will. What the camera can do and what it can't do, you're gonna find out in this video. Coming up. Hi guys, my name is Paul. I'm a German-based cinematographer and this channel is all about filmmaking, gear reviews, but also DaVinci Resolve tutorials. So if that's something that you're interested in, consider subscribe. So thanks Panasonic for inviting me here to Osaka, Japan, and yeah, they just announced the LUMIX S9. This is really a pocket camera and it has the same technology inside as the S5 Mark II, which is pretty cool. But obviously we're talking first about the body, right? As I've said, the body is kind of cool. It's really small and this little grip here, it's not included. So if it's not included from the handling, even with my big hands, it's really, really small. I mean, like the camera only consists of the battery, which is the S5 battery, an SD card, and then basically the full frame sensor that it has also. It also has a cold shoe without contact, and it also has a physical LUT button, which I will talk about later on. First, I want to talk about the image quality. And here I really have to say, as we know from Panasonic, the image quality is really absolutely great. We have great colors, great dynamic range. I mean, what I can say bad about it, the image quality is really just great. Also from low light, I could use the camera here in the darkest night up to ISO 12,800 and it looked really good. So also from low light, what this little camera can do is absolutely impressive. It also has the open gate functions, all the recording modes, including anamorphic that you know from Panasonic. And we also have the beautiful image stabilizer here on board. So also that works great, and also the autofocus works really great here. So, and it also comes in different colors. In green, here I have the red one, black and blue. So they all look kind of cool. And yeah, but there's one caveat to all of that, and that is the internal recording limit. Because this camera doesn't have any fan. So if you record in 6K open gate, then you can record maximum 10 minutes. If you record in 4K, it's 15. And if you record in full HD, it's 20. And there it doesn't matter which frame rate you're in. It's just a kind of precaution from Panasonic that the camera doesn't overheat. So even though the camera isn't physically overheating, you can't record much longer. So there's just this software cap in recording limit, which is kind of, yeah, a little bit pity, but it is what it is. But the main feature of this camera is it has to do with the physical LUT button, because Panasonic will also release a new app, which is called the LUMIX Lab app, and that will replace the current Panasonic Sync app. And in this app, you have a huge library of LUTs that are user-generated. You can also upload your own LUTs if you want to. And all of that, you can import these LUTs into your camera, and then by activating this button, you can activate the desired LUT on top of your footage. And you can also change the intensity, and you can also stack two LUTs of each other, which is pretty cool. But the downside is on this, it's already baked in, so you can change it afterwards. But anyway, that is cool. And it also leads me to the overall conclusion of this camera. Who is this camera for? So I think this camera is for ambitious content creators, for Instagram and stuff like that. We have the open gate functionality here, and it's really made for producing and directly sharing, and you have your desired look already in camera, even though we have also vlog here. So it's there if you want it, right? But then it also makes it on the other side a little bit cumbersome for pro filmmakers or pro photographers. So especially for me as a filmmaker, the body is just a little bit too small, and especially when you have a bigger lens on it, it's kind of weird to hold, honestly. And also the buttons, it's not as easy to reach, I would say. But the price overall from, I think it's like 1,400 USD, something like that. And from the normal dealers, you will get it obviously a little bit cheaper. Then the price is actually pretty good. And when we compare it to the Sony EV1, which only has 12 megapixels. This one has 24, but it only has an electronical shutter, not a mechanical. So yeah, I mean, if you're tight on budget and you want to have the image aesthetic of the S5 II, then obviously this camera is great. I could see using this myself as a kind of little vlog camera, or as like a BTS camera, or if I'm on vacation and I want to have great image quality, because no doubt this camera has it. But on the other side, I can't use it for interviews, talking head, stuff like that, because this cap in here is a little bit of a bummer. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this camera. If you like this camera, and if you have any further questions, you know the game, just drop them down in the comments below, and see you in the next video. Cheers from Japan. It kind of reminds me to some Leica models that we have, and of course I've seen that guy. He is also a German YouTuber, and it doesn't bring me out at all.